Yo, how are you? If I came on here to this video and said, I feel like I kind of, sort of want to teach you a little something about language that will hopefully teach you something today. If not today, maybe you'll take something from it for another day. Even just saying that felt bad. How did it feel listening to that? Not really good, eh? Would you take the rest of this video seriously, or would you just log out? I'm out. This girl has no idea what she's talking about. Probably the latter. That's what I'm thinking. So why do we use language like this with our goals, with others, at work, in relationships? We use these yucky little words, which I'll point out in a minute if you didn't catch the reason why it didn't feel good. We use them so often. And today we're going to talk about eliminating some of them to feel more confident in yourself and to sound more confident to others. Hey, I'm Deanna Bauberman, and I own a business called Vitamin D. I empower others to feel confident so that they can show up as the best version of themselves every day. I do this through a host of different things, but today we'll talk about language, which is one way that I help people feel more confident. So let's dive into what's called soft talk, shall we? Grab a piece of paper and a pen, and if you don't have one, you can pause the video and come back in just a sec. I'll give you a minute here. Okay, now you got paper and a pen. We're going to write out some words. So if you didn't catch why that first statement didn't sound very good, you're going to catch it now. I have mine written down on a handy dandy piece of paper that has the best calligraphy you've ever seen. Look at how beautiful that is. So if you would like to write as nice as me, feel free. You can write in capitals, you can bold it, you can make it massive, you can italicize it, make it look however you want it to look. But I want you to write it different than you would normally write, so it really captures your attention. You see it, it's clear, you're going to know what's going on, because later you're going to put that up on your wall, you're going to put that in your gym bag, you're going to put that in your purse, wherever you go where you use the most soft talk, you're going to carry this guy around with you. Okay, so let's dive in. I always say this, grab a piece of pen. I don't know why that comes out. Grab a piece of paper and your pen, and we're going to write these words out. Think, guess, might, maybe, sort of, possibly, try, one day, perhaps, feels like, hopefully, just, ish. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. That's a lot of words that you could start cutting out. Think, guess, might, maybe, sort of, possibly, one day, hopefully, try, perhaps, feels like, ish, just. Get rid of some of those words. And we'll talk about when's the right time to get rid of those words. I want you to think about first, what of those words do you use the most? For me personally, I've caught myself with try and feels like more times than everything else. So in business, I'll try to get that back to you by Friday. First of all, if I'm saying that to my coach, he's saying you're going to try it or you're going to do it. And if I say that to my clients, they're going to say, what am I paying you for if you're going to try to get it back to me by Friday? It would sound way better to say, I'll get that to you by Monday, than I'll try to get it to you by Friday. It's all about the language that you use. This is so powerful. Okay. Feels like, this is a classic. What about I feel like this presentation is going to have huge results on the way you speak. I feel like is not very solid. I know that if you put this stuff into practice, this is going to have a huge impact on your life. That's something I know. So I should be saying, I know. Hear the difference? Pretty sweet, right? Just a little change to make a huge difference. So if you want to feel more confident, you want to sound more confident, I'll give you examples about work and in the gym, but it's also in relationships in your day-to-day life. Speaking, anytime you're speaking to yourself in your brain, if you cut out half of the words on that paper or other ones that you use, you're going to sound double as confident. Double as confident by changing the way you speak and the way you think. You didn't even have to go to the gym. You didn't have to do burpees for that. You didn't have to cut out gluten and dairy just to feel more confident. You had to switch a few words. To me, that's a win. As a coach, I know that this is an easy way in because, I've done all the burpees. I've done all those diets, and this is where the magic is. And for the record, those other things don't last. This lasts. Okay, so here's a common thing that comes up when I talk to people about language. I don't want to sound rude, right? Or what they're sometimes thinking is, I don't want to be held accountable, so I'm just going to sneak in some of those words just to get myself off the hook, right? So here's my rebuttal to that. Sounding rude, you're not sounding rude by saying the things that you mean. For example, at work. Could you possibly get me that email by the end of the day today-ish? If I'm saying that to someone that I need them to get that email by the end of the day, using possibly is not the word. Using ish is also not the word, because if they get out that email tomorrow and it was supposed to be sent out today, not helpful. So because the situation was both time sensitive and important, I should be using solid talk, not soft talk. Okay. I should be saying, could you get this email out by the end of the day today, please? Could also say, can you get this email out by the end of the day today? Just straight up. It's not rude, it's concise, and it makes people respect you. Could you possibly get this by the end of the day-ish? That sounds like you're waiting to be stepped all over. That sounds like you're not very confident and that other people can take advantage of that. So say what you mean. Can you get this email out right away, please? Any of those things work. You can be polite, but you can also be clear. As far as accountability goes, okay, here's an example. This one's a classic at the gym. I might hit roughly a 200-pound back squat by hopefully August. If I heard that from a member at the gym, I would say, yeah, right. And I would not expect to see them doing very much accessory work, very many squats. I would not be seeing that. They're hoping to maybe get it. However, they're not willing to actually work for it. They don't really mean it, and they don't know why they even want it. They just picked a number, right? How about if we switch that up? So again, it said, I might hit roughly a 200-pound back squat by hopefully August. What about, I will hit a 200-pound back squat by August? Okay. Also, what if you added a because? I will hit a 200-pound back squat by the end of August because I love back squats and I've been going for this 200-pound goal for years now, and it's going to make me feel super confident. That sounds like a reason to actually do the thing. That sounds like something that I will hold you accountable for and you will hold you accountable for because it's sweet. Otherwise, what it could look like is you want to roughly hit 200 by hopefully August, So if by September you hit 190, are you happy? Because that is roughly 200 pounds. And it's also near the hopefully August mark. Okay. But if you've been chasing 200 for years now, and that's what's going to make you feel confident and feel super stoked, then 190 by September, it's not as exciting. It depends on your why, and it depends on what your actual goal is. So be clear, be concise. That is solid talk. Solid talk is I will, I can, I'm going to. That is amazing. I will hopefully roughly hit it maybe one day-ish. Soft talk. See the difference? Soft talk, solid talk, let's go. Good times. What's next? This is a good one. If you have knee pain, we'll keep in the gym scenario. If you have knee pain today, okay, your knee's really bugging you and you don't know why, or you do know why, and it's just like really irritating you. Instead of saying to your coach, hey, would you mind if we possibly didn't do back squats today? I feel like my knee kind of hurts. Your coach is going to go, your knee kind of hurts. You feel like it kind of hurts, or like it's actually hurting. How much is it hurting? What's bugging it? What movement's bugging it? And at that rate, they might say, okay, let's try some air squats and see what's going on. Or they could also say like, okay, your knee always hurts, or you feel like your knee always kind of hurts, but like what's going on here? It just doesn't seem like it's translating what you really mean. In fact, I know it's not translating what you really mean. As a coach, we don't know what you mean by my knee kind of hurts. In a group class, it's like, sure, don't do squats, do deadlifts. But in a one-on-one situation, we can really help you address what's going on. And hopefully in a group setting too, depending on your coach. So what you could say is, hey, can we avoid back squats today? My knee is hurting me. Is there something else we can do? That is giving you options. That is saying, I have ways to get past this. I have other things that we can do, and I can still work my glutes and my hamstrings by doing maybe a deadlift or something else rather than squatting, if that movement is the thing that's bugging my knee right now. And for the record, I'm not saying that squatting hurts your knees. I'm just giving an example. We don't need to get into that. Okay. This is clear. This is, can we avoid it? My knee is hurting. Can we do something else? That is solid talk. That is, it's time sensitive and it's important. So remember, that's when we're using solid talk. Time sensitive and important. If it could change the trajectory of your life, also definitely use solid talk. Soft talk, most cases, we're going to cut her out. Okay. And again, if you're cutting out half of those words, you're going to sound so much more confident. And by sounding more confident, you're going to be more confident. And that's what we're looking for. That's the money. It's clear. It's concise. We're going to sound good. Okay. Enough about that. If you have any questions about any of this, I want you to reach out to me. My email is info@vitamin-D. It's spelled DEA, like my name, .ca. You can also follow me at vitamin.d. DEA on Instagram. You can check out my site. It's not very updated on all of this great stuff, but it will be soon. Okay, so vitamin-d.ca is my website. And if you need anything, please reach out to me in any of those places, and I would be happy to talk to you. Okay, have a good one. Bye.